Buongiorno everyone, match review here, 1-1 with Watford. Keg, you were in Nine-Ball watching the game through the stream. I was in the Leaders end. What did you see that I didn't then? Because I couldn't see no second half and we were attacking.
I didn't know. I think it's an alright result. I think a lot of people will be disappointed with this. I think a lot of people are saying it's 2 points dropped, but I can say it's a good point in it at the end of the day. We were the better team by far, and obviously Watford without a point this season, it could seem like a defeat, but I don't know, a point's better than out for me at the end of the day. I thought we did all right. It wasn't, we played well, so it can be disappointing that we didn't get the win, but I don't know, I think I'll take it.
I don't think we played well enough. I think especially first off, it took ages to get going. Although Almiron could have and should have scored on the 4-minute mark, after we unluckily go behind in the first minute. The first attack, the first thing that happens in the game, Watford go forward, cleverly has his shot, it deflects right into the direction of Will's cues for an easy goal, and that's just so unlucky, and it sums up a week. I mean, Steve Bruce has said 2 goals conceded this week, 2 deflections, 2 hard done by, and I kind of think of Watford really doing anything else clear cut since then. 1 or 2 shots late on second half, but especially first off, we had enough of the ball, but we just didn't create enough clear cut chances. Almiron and Joe Linton, man. Are you number 9 and you number 10, or the number 6 and number 8, or what? They're dropping way too fucking deep. Way too deep, man. Joe Linton drops so far deep, does well, holds up the ball, gives it out wide. Atu, someone will be running down the wing, and there's obviously knee fucker in the box because Joe Linton's still 20 yards behind.
Yeah.
There's nowhere near enough going forward. I think Longstaff today for me was poor. We lacked creativity in the middle of the park. Shelby should have came in earlier. Brucey's substitutions, Muto should have started for me, although it's hard to say because I think Atu had a really good game again.
Yeah, he did.
Almiron you put in there because you hope he does something. He just doesn't look like he's trying to fucking score. He needs a goal to get his confidence up.
Yeah, like I say there, it just doesn't look like he's ever going to score. How long? He's been here for 8 months now. He hasn't even got an assist to his name. And I plays well, and last season, we're talking about how he was influencing games, he was a massive difference maker, and I think he still is with his pace and everything else. But right now, 8 months later, and he still hasn't got an assist, still hasn't got a goal. It just looks like it's never going to come. It just looks like he's going to be one of them players that's just never going to have his name on the score sheet. He might get 1 or 2 assists or something, but it just is massively frustrating. And Joelinton, I thought he had a really good game, to be honest, but he's a number 9. He should be in the box, deep, defending, getting tackles in, holding the ball up, passing. Everything was outstanding. When we get to player ratings, I want to give him a really high rating, but at the end of the day, he's a number 9. I've always said, I don't give a shit what my striker can do. I don't care how many step overs he can do or Rabonas or whatever. You're getting paid to score goals. You need to be in the box, especially when you're the only one. If you're playing in a formation where there's 2 strikers, you can maybe get away with it, but when you're the lone striker, you cannot be too far deep. You need to be in the box, especially a tall guy like him. He's an aerial threat. When crosses come in, he's fucking on the 45 yards back. It's just massively frustrating. He's playing really well deep, but he shouldn't be. Shouldn't even be there. He should be higher up in the box, getting forward, attacking, getting shots off. I can't even remember a shot he had, to be honest. I don't know how many shots he had, which is a massively frustrating thing.
I can't remember even that one, man.
Yeah, I can't think of a shot he had. So he played well, as a footballer, but as a striker, he's just not in the positions to be a striker.
That's the thing. He's starved of service now, isn't he? He's having to drop deep, but it's not like he's getting fed through one-on-ones and that. He's missing chances.
Yeah. You're right. Almiron had a couple of chances, I say.
I was right behind the goal. I had a great view for the first half, Newcastle attacking there, but second half too far away to see what's really going on at the other end. But Almiron, when I was right behind it, and it takes too long to get the ball out of his feet to get them. Foster does come out and make yourself big, but you've just got to quickly put that in the back of the net from how close you are, man. It's so frustrating.
I think it is just a confidence issue. Like I say, when he gets that first goal or even an assist, I think a goal's crucial. We had a couple of penalty shouts there.
We did. I couldn't. What was that one like?
Not
much.
They would have been harsh if they were given.
The referee was on our side a bit today, to be fair. Kept on giving things.
If we did have a penalty, whether they were penalties or not that were called for, I would have liked to have seen Joelinton take them because he's the striker, and strikers should take penalties. It annoys me when penalties, other players take penalties. If you're Benzema at Real Madrid, fucking Sergio Ramos is putting the penalty down and be like, fuck off, that's mine. Like, get away. Like, if like that was Joelinton, like, he should be taking them, but I also would have liked
Shaw's our penalty take after Leicester.
I know, but I would have
top goal scorer again this season.
I would have liked to see Almiron take them, Ronaldo, for that confidence booster.
Not after Preston.
Exactly, like he just needs a confidence booster. I think if he gets a goal, whether it's from a penalty, whether it's from a tap in, I think that'll just relieve him, because I think he's just building up the pressure, and like he's just getting himself a little bit too tense at the minute. Like, once he gets a goal, I think it'll just be a massive relief off his shoulders. He'll start playing a bit more freely, and I think he'll be alright. But Joelinton needs the same as well. He needs to score goals. He got a great goal against Tottenham, but that's 1 goal in 3. He should be scoring more. We would like to see him get at least like 15 goals a season, whether they're penalties or not. So I like, as the number 9, the lone number 9, the big boy, by relying on him for goals. If he's not taking penalties, something needs to be done.
Newcastle the day just didn't offer enough. Slow to get going, but could have nicked it in the end. I think it's an okay point considering Spurs last week. And for me, I try and be optimistic. I said 2-1 Newcastle, but originally in the preview and that earlier on in the week, I said we'll probably get beat today. It's typical Newcastle to come here and get beat. I don't know Watford after winning the game. You wouldn't have thought we could win against Spurs. So all in all, 4 points out of 12. Not a bad start for Brucey's black and white army.
It's not bad, nah. Like today is disappointing because we could have had 3 points, but if you really look at it, a point is a good result. 4 points in, was it 12? Like, it's not the worst. Like, you look like
better than last year. Obviously, November first win last year.
It took a lot longer last year. If you look around the league, like Man United and Chelsea are struggling at the minute. So it is early doors. It's 4 games out of 38. Like, there's a lot of football left to play. Like, we didn't kick on until November last season. It's only the last day of August now. Like, we've got a long time to go. Like, we can get there. I think we are playing well. Like, there's a lot of room there to improve, and I think we will get there by the end of like November, December. I think we'll be playing some steady football.
Let's hope so. Anything else you want to touch upon today's game?
Nah, I don't think so. We just need to stay optimistic for the doubters that think this is 2 points dropped. Like, I just think you need to like hold your head up a little bit more and just.
Watford are surely in a position that doesn't really justify the team. Like, FA Cup finalists, they're in the relegation zone. They've got some great players. I was surprised to see the likes of Delafeu on the bench today. Saw as well, didn't even come on. I tipped the one to watch. You couldn't even see him.
They had a great bench today, Watford, but none of them got on.
Captain Troy Deeney's not playing. Was he injured?
I don't really know what that game is, to be fair. Like, if I was a Watford fan, I'd be a little bit disappointed with the team today. Like you say, like Saw, Delafeu and Welbeck on the bench, and Deeney's not there, so there's an opportunity for like Danny Welbeck to come in. I don't know what his fitness is like at the minute, but I thought Watford really could have Preston done a little bit better today, but thankfully they didn't. I think it's a good point. 1
point's better than no points, and we're going to be more optimistic. If we would have got hammered off Spurs last week, we'd be thinking, oh, it's a bit shit, we're only on 1 point. Pressure would have been on a bit more, but a bit breathing space. 4 points, not too bad. We're only 4 games in. International breaks came at an alright time, to be fair. It normally comes at a stinky time for Newcastle when we're full of momentum. Good time for us, can hopefully bring some players closer to fitness. Although we've got the likes of Richie and Maxman that are out for a while, but might see the return of big Andy Carroll from Liverpool, apparently, who just met downstairs. Lovely bloke. Shout out Andy C. And let me know in the comments below what you thought of the Watford game. Cheers for watching, everyone. Make sure you subscribe to the Matchday channel TV and enjoy yourself.